It's Open House Thursday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Mariah Afolabi Brown. As always, I have the ladies with me. Hello, Nima Akashat Zibiri. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
I'm good. Good. How is everything?
Yeah. Ask her banter first because she usually finds a way
to
run away. She will not gist us.
I love your carries.
So I'm
So
fine.
start with you today.
Thursday. Well, so today we're having one of my clients is having an High Point Event Center has invited us to come and party with them. You know, they're launching it today, so I'm pretty excited about that. Congratulations to High Point Event Center. It's close by, so we'll be going there today to party.
Is that why you have the red lips on?
Yeah, I was looking at me and the red lips. I'm not really a red lips.
It looks good.
It's a bit too in your face.
It's even more orange and it's really nice. Suits your skin tone.
Yeah, with your cowrie set.
Okay, let's move back to you people.
You're so shy.
How you doing?
I'm fine and grateful to God. Grateful for the strength to put up with the things I see every day. Yesterday wasn't funny. Just at the entrance of my community, I couldn't get home. Another 2 to 3 hours.
Traffic?
Just sitting in traffic and looking at home. Just down.
Imagine.
There for hours. I ran out of fuel sitting and putting on AC in that traffic. And this morning I've woken up again to household activities. I'm just grateful for the strength.
Good. Mariam, how are you?
I'm fine. When you said household activity, I just realized that I've been doing household activities for a bit now. I mean, this year you wake up, get the kids ready for school. So I make lunch, their lunch before
Really?
every
I haven't
morning.
done that in years.
Oh, wow. Anyways, so we have this conversation with my husband about boarding school or day school. And he's for like boarding school, and I don't agree. But every time I'm struggling to get the children ready, like good for you. I'm going to say how you're going to do this when you keep doing this. But for now, I think we'll see who wins. But for this child's sake, I really, really believe that day school for now is the best.
It's an interesting debate. I mean, I'm having that conversation too. My husband is like anti-boarding school. I went to boarding school. I want boarding school. So that debate will always happen. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's whatever is best for the child.
The news that will wake you up.
Yeah, God forbid. We had that.
This news, what you read every day.
Yeah, we had that debate at the time as well, and I remember that I said, okay, let's just try it. But we tried it and it didn't work out. But having to take care of the kids every day, it's a lot of work. It's taking a toll on him. I had to beg my sister, so please, can you take over from him for a bit? Because he insists he has to be the one to do it, but I know that he needs to rest. So I say for a few weeks now, just handle them in the morning, so at least he can have that extra hour sleep. Because me, if I'm going to work, I'm not going to beat anybody. You will sort out yourself, you know.
Good. So anything happening? We have 2 more minutes.
Okay, so gist, Abby. Yeah, so...
So can we talk about my book, Atiku Rescue? We're getting lots of reviews. I love you, everyone. It's still on Amazon. But very soon we're going to have physical copies. And I got some messages. My books are not just for Oyibo readers. They're also for Nigerian readers.
Yes,
and I want
particularly for
Nigerian readers, particularly for Nigerian readers, please.
Give us some reviews.
Very soon we'll be hearing from the kids
Elizabeth,
of your view.
Yes.
We're waiting. I've told my sister to help me order from Amazon, so she'll be shipping it to me soon. I want to buy from the Oyibo and come and flaunt it on the show that I bought from Amazon.
Trust the economy. We are waiting for the Nigerian
Because I'm waiting
copy.
for her now. She hasn't given us
waiting for
Nigerian
Nigeria.
copy.
So any training coming up soon?
Yes, I have a training that's coming up. It's creating your desired reality. I realize a lot of people still struggle with how they want their life to be, but they don't know the right things to do to get the desired life. And when I do these sort of trainings, I like to be very practical. I share my own experiences. I share my own failures. I share the tips that I've used that has taken me to where I am today, and I'm still going somewhere. This is not the end for me. So I'm going to be having that on the 27th of February this month. So registration is open, so people can come in.
Madam,
thank you so much.
Yesterday was today's World Hijab Day, and I saw you post things on hijab.
I made the 30 most influential Muslim women.
Yeah. You tell us that one.
I didn't see it.
I've been pursuing it for my interview.
Congratulations.
I made it for the past 3 or 4 years, Muslim news. And
you're blown now. You're blown.
Yeah, you should have said that. That was your bio banter.
Anyways, she likes people humble. You will not say
I'm not modest.
I have to go on a break now. When we come back, we go through the fun pages of the paper. Stay with us with Bright Black.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Okay, we're going to start with the nation. Take battle to bandits, others, Senate tells service chiefs. Nobody can zone PDP presidential ticket, says Lamido. Kano government files 5-count charge against Hanifa killer suspect. FEC approves $302.89 million for rail consultancy services. Osho APC, Aragbeshola Group, loses out in court. Okay, let's start with a major headline. Who has that story
so there was this debate that happened in the Senate based on worsening insecurity in the country. And they have said that the federal government needs to take the battle to bandits. The federal government needs to be on the offensive, and they need to, if they need to deploy fighter jets to flush out the terrorists from their hideouts, they have to do that right now. So they mentioned a lot of banditry activities that's been happening. So they said there was a rampage in northwest states of Kaduna, Sokoto, Katsina, Kebbi, Zamfara, Niger State, North Central. There were killings and hundreds of people were displaced from their communities. They said the Kaduna state government said bandits killed 1,192 persons and kidnapped 3,348 persons last year. Over 18 people, including soldiers, were killed, 40 injured. Terrorists invaded Galadima, Kogo community in Shiroro local government area of Niger State, and a whole other communities have been invaded. And they're saying that the federal government has been, has pumped funds into the military, so they have more funds now to deploy fighter jets and flush out these bandits. So there's no excuse, and things need to be done so that we can have a stable economy to flourish.
Hey.
Okay,
So,
the FEC approved 328.87 million for railway consultancy services alone. And the Minister for Transport broke it down. He said he called the name of the contractors who are getting contracts for the servicing to do consultancy service. And I need a breakdown of what are they consulting? Are they providing any service aside, just consultancy service to the tune of this amount? He said that one is for $183.7 billion is for the Abuja to Warri Railway. Another one is for the Port Harcourt to Maiduguri Railway. That's about $97.5 million. If they were in Naira, maybe my mind no go to do cap. But they're in dollars. To the tune of amount. And this consultancy might span a number of years outside their administration.
Consultancies are usually the percentages of the total figure. So maybe like 1%, 2% is what you
So this is the total, I don't think it's 1%.
It will be more.
228.7.
So probably 10% or 5% of something, depending.
No.
Consultancy fees
following the PNID, what we saw was that it was huge. It was
something
shocking.
we couldn't even pay.
Following the Paris Fund refund, we found that it was 40% of the amount.
No.
So some huge sum like that in this hardship is either we have money, or we don't have people who don't have, or we don't have money. It's one we choose.
So as we're monitoring this Hanifa story, remember the young girl that was killed, the 5-year-old girl was killed in Kano. So the Director Public Prosecution, Kano State Ministry of Justice, Aisha Mahmood, told the court that the government has made a decision to move the case from the magistrate court to high court. According to her, the lower court don't have the jurisdiction to hear the charges brought against the suspects. And obviously, if you're going to get a certain conviction, you need to go to a higher court. So they had we're monitoring the story. While our objective is to ensure that we get a conviction. So that this man and his accomplices actually...
First of all, arraign a suspected murder case in magistrate court, wait for DPP's advice, and then move it to high court. Kukuma arraign the high court.
Any other story in nation? Let's move on quickly.
Lawyer, you know best.
Let's go to Punch. Lai Aregbesola Yari Keyamo lose out. APC inaugurates state chairman. Picture story: Ogun students protesting abductions, stone police vans, barricade highway. Lagos court strikes out 206 million naira railway vandalism case over jurisdiction. Oronsoye on retirement when Meina embezzled 2.7 billion naira pension fund. Ex-convicts, others arrested for armed robbery, rape, murder in Ekiti. Commandant withdraws reps security details for proposing NSCDC scrapping. And FG states local government suffered 269 billion naira shortfall in the 2021 FAC allocations. Okay.
Yes, so I have yesterday, Wednesday, travelers, motorists were stranded along the Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway because students of DS Adigbenro ICT Polytechnic, Itori, Ogun State had blocked that road. The reason was that they were attacked by hoodlums or gunmen came into their school, and that even though the students tried to get in touch with the police, no security operatives responded to their distress call. They said these gunmen were in their school for 4 hours. They took away a lot of things, laptops, phones. They also alleged that 2 of their students were abducted during this rampage. And so they came out during the day, blocked the road. It's being reported that some of the students were throwing rocks at the police van because they just felt that this happened for so many hours and no one responded to them. And this is really a sad situation because these areas are not, you know, when you hear things like in the Northeast, we always give the excuse of, well, how the Northeast is, you know, it's hard to get to those places. But this is a school and Owekoro, that area is also a well-lived area. So what could have stopped the police or other security operatives or the in-school security from responding to what was happening at the time that it was happening?
Yeah. In addition to that, one of the things that angered the students was the fact that they called on the police to respond. There was no response. When they finally came, they asked them to be at the forefront in fighting these bandits. So one of them was shot and many others injured. So one of the things that angered them.
Okay.
I want to take the Orosonoye's what the EFCC witness was saying. So this, for me, looks like staging. The EFCC brought a witness to court who said that Orosonoye was the head of the civil service at the time Mena siphoned the money. And based on that, they arraigned Orosonoye and is under trial presently. Only for the same witness to be saying during cross-examination that Orosonoye had retired at the time that he approved the money. I don't get it. And so when the defense counsel put the years before her, she then admitted that, you know, he retired in 2010, but the monies were siphoned between 2011 and 2017. Is it that EFCC did not investigate this case? I don't understand.
That's
did
what the
EFCC not put
trial.
the numbers before her, and we're in the papers reviewing the
Yeah.
trial? You're wondering, who is the prosecution, who is the investigator, how did we reach here?
So the lawmaker representing Iseyin, Isetiwaju Kajola Federal Constituency in Oyo State, House of Rep Shina Pella, got his, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps had withdrawn the personnel that was attached to him yesterday. And this was after he had proposed to scrap the Corps and merge it with the Nigerian police. So after he did, and that had passed to the second reading. So he got a letter from the NSC, so you think we are not important. Okay, that the personnel that we have allocated to you or attached to you,
we take them back.
Please, we take them back, since you feel they're not important. But that's not what the letter said. The letter actually said that following the directive of the Commandant General on the necessity of the deployment of the commandant personnel for an urgent national security assignment. So that's what the letter said.
It will always have a coloration.
And they will fight, of course, they can't tell you, but they withdrew his personnel. They said it was because of a national security
and it was
assignment.
only his own.
It was only his own that was withdrawn. But when he went to go and speak too much in the National Assembly, but that's the problem. Then when politicians are leading certain parastates, I don't know if he's a politician, but I'm assuming that a lot of these are the pettiness.
No, but even if he wasn't a politician, shouldn't the person that appointed him, paying him with taxpayers' money, see that there's some form of high-handedness?
But this is pettiness, though.
It is now.
And that's why they don't come
so
out
that
to
our
pass some of
legislators
these
will have
bills.
freedom to say the things they want to say.
That's
because
why
they
they
propose on the floor of the House certain things and you withdraw his details. Now, well.
Okay, let's go on a break. When we come back, we continue with the review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
If you want it.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5.
The Daily Sun. PDP vows to win 2023 presidency. FG to borrow $600 million from World Bank to tackle environmental crisis in the north. 2 die in tanker explosion in Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Insecurity, Senate queries military police and others. Nigeria gets OPEC nod for 1.71 million barrels per day oil production. Over 90% of repentant Boko Haram members with genuine, says Zulum. Southeast behind in COVID-19 vaccination, says federal government. And Ekiti-Guba, we won't leave APC, says Bamidele and Bamishile. All right.
Okay, so the federal government has disclosed plans to borrow $600 million from the World Bank to address environmental degradation in 19 northern states, including the FCT. Sali Sudahiru is the National Program Coordinator of Nigeria Erosion and watershed management project. And he says the project for which the money is being borrowed would address issue and challenges of environmental degradation in terms of deforestation, erosion, water management, meeting the needs of the people in terms of food and production. And he said that this request for the loan did not come directly from the federal government. This was the 19 northern states that had come together and identified what they needed, what they need this money for. And so the federal government is going to, I know what your, what Nima's thoughts are right now. And so they were also, because we discussed it, so we also talked about, they also asked them about the southern region, why the southern region was being excluded from this loan and this project. And he says that there's already a project for that area, which is the new map, which addresses gully erosion and land degradation. That's what southern region is face. But you know, this project is targeted directly at the drier parts of the country, the northern parts, aridity issues and things like that.
Okay, so the federal government yesterday was lamenting that the 5 states of the southeast were lagging behind in COVID-19 vaccinations, despite the fact that they have always been doing exceptionally well in other routine immunizations, especially with the children's vaccination. So they are cautioning the executive secretaries of the state's primary healthcare development agencies in the zone to stop sidelining the ministries of health in the 5 states in the activities that concern COVID-19 vaccination and childhood immunization. They had a review meeting in Enugu, and one of the things they found out was that they were supposed to have about 100,000 persons coming out for vaccinations every day, but they ended up with just about 6,000 people being vaccinated per day, and this is really worrisome. So they're asking that a lot of the leaders in the southeast need to come out and start sensitizing their people on the benefits of vaccination, you know, telling them that they really need it. It's basically for protection, that the people of the southeast are literate enough to understand that this is for protection and we need to get herd immunity.
Okay, so Senator Okoyemi Bamidele and lawmaker Femi Bamishile have declared that the alleged injustice over the election of the primaries that happened in Ekiti State would not make them dump the party. According to them, they feel there was injustice for Honorable Abiodun Oyebanji to have been selected as the candidate of the party towards the June 18th poll. And according to them, they expect the internal mechanism within the party to resolve the issue and submit a dummy name to INEC, whilst they have the 2-week window to get this resolved. That if the party leaders therefore support the impunity that allegedly happened, they will then have to resolve to the courts to get justice. Okay, moving on now to the Nigerian Tribune. Tension in APC. Lagos pulls down Igboshere, Nigeria's oldest high court, as rebuilding begins. Ekiti 2022, we will teach APC lesson it won't forget, says aggrieved aspirant. Oyo Ogun to set up joint border security task force. Afenifere frowns on rising insecurity, insists on state and local government police. 10,444 vehicles fail Lagos State computerized inspection test. And customs seized 17 truckloads of foreign rice in Ogun State. All right. Story.
So the Igboshere High Court, our High Court that was attacked during the NSAS that was burnt down.
Very sad.
Has been pulled down. Yes. Totally rebuilt. So I'm foreseeing a bigger edifice, But this was a colonial heritage handed over. It was the very first court in Nigeria. It used to be the Supreme Court at the time. And Lagos State Agency for Lagos State record that they would preserve that in pictures of the before and after, and the records of all that happened.
You know what, something, Nima, we haven't really talked about this thing because I know that Desmond Elliott had this kind of conversation too early when the thing happened in NSAS. But sometimes, at some points, we have to face the reality that a lot of damage was done. And part of the damage is this Igboshere High Court. This is the oldest. And this is really painful that we have such a building that hoodlums burnt down. I mean, it's a topic we need to discuss, not for today, but at some point we need to revisit the thinking of our people, how we could have...
grateful because I had filed some matters in that court. I'd done a search for a fake divorce certificate from that court. I was relying on in a court in the UK. I was just grateful to God that, you know, the records somehow were preserved after that.
Wow.
Oh,
it's really, really sad. Okay, let's take another story.
Yes, customs have seized 17 truckloads of foreign per board rice smuggled into the country from neighboring...
17 trucks?
Yes, 17 truckloads of foreign per board rice. So they say that about 9,697 bags of 50 kilograms rice, 3,173 cartons of basmati rice at 5 kilograms each, 297 bags foreign per board rice were intercepted in 5 weeks. In January alone, about these smuggled goods came to about 4.6 billion naira. So I guess this is where we talk about we the people. We are smuggling these things in. Custom is still chasing people. I mean, people are putting their monies, of course, into the smuggled goods. So now that they have been seized, they've lost their money, and I think we should just concentrate on, you know, doing legal business.
Right. So what do they even do with the seized rice? They have been seizing rice since. What do they do with it? Do they sell it back to them? How do they handle that? We need to look at it.
They donate some to the IDPs.
Okay.
They donate some to the prisons, and sometimes they destroy them. So we need to know from the
We've always called against that destruction of things like this.
Okay, Afenifere, who has a story?
Yes, I have the story. So Afenifere, that's the Pan-Yoruba socio-political group, expressing their deep worry over the increase in terrorism, kidnapping, and sacking of villages, among other kinds of criminality in the country. And they are asking for a democratization of the police force by establishing states and local government police to stem the menace. They were upset with I think it was the National Assembly who, you know, found a way not to disempower the local government, and say that right now what we need is to have a local police that will be able to meet the needs of the people while the federal police is still doing their own work. We cannot just leave everything for the federal government to handle. We need to localize our police system. That was basically what they were saying. They went ahead to list all the things that happened to Zamfara, Katsina, and how we can work together to end this case of insecurity.
Okay, moving on quickly now to The Guardian. Insecurity, 10,366 killed in 2021. Buhari pledges change in Northeast. Picture here, while they're smuggling rice, we're seeing that truck evacuating bags of rice from the pyramid. It's here. Hashtag NSAS protest, Duke Imoke, Ndoma Egba, others lost over the 45 billion naira property in Cross River. Aviation workers threaten strike over welfare and others. More doubts hit APC convention date as Women Coalition demand postponement. And court finds Malami for truncating trial of Kano's co-defendants. Okay?
So the pyramids that, you know, were set up to show our strength in rice production are presently being unbundled, and I believe at a very high cost. You can see the logistics of the number of trucks trying to take those rice back to the states of origin where they were brought into Abuja to display the pyramids. I think this cost could have been avoided.
Which cost? I don't understand.
The cost of setting up the pyramids with rice bags.
Oh.
You know, so the pyramids could have been set up. These rice were not all grown in Abuja. They were grown in different states in Nigeria. And you could have displayed per states, you know, and shoot maybe virtually at the same time and show the strength. Because now we're doing this at a cost. We brought them in at a cost.
I'm surprised you're focused on the cost. The real issue, the real issue is that they are targeting to sell this at, I think, maximum of 20,000 naira per bag. That's the real news. But the worrying about the cost of how they brought the truck from state A to state B to bring it to Abuja, that shouldn't be our issue right now.
Do we have the money for that?
But that is really 0.0% an issue. They are magnifying.
No. That's a loss.
How do you assume? You are assuming here that there's a cost between bringing it from your state to the state to bring it to a pyramid. That's your own issue.
Yes.
Why is that your issue?
Why is that my issue? Now let me explain to you. Any cost, because this rice now, when they take
the point is that there are bigger issues. The real issue, the real cost of the issue is that we're getting, Nigeria has produced rice for the first time. We seem to have the capacity.
Okay, so this is the only way we can. This is the only way. Is this
focusing on the tiny?
Is this the only way we can assess the strength of what we have produced?
No, but this was a trade fair. So usually when you have things like that, you want to put your best foot forward. You go to trade fair across the world, they do this sort of thing.
Yes.
It comes at a cost. There's a cost for it. I understand what you're saying about, do we need that cost when we could have taken it away? But Mariah is saying that there are bigger issues to deal with. 20K, that's a lot for Nigerian rice.
That's a bigger testimony
we
than
bought for more
because
now.
I use
Minimum wage is 30K.
Lagos.
So if I take out,
is the problem. I use that your concern.
If I get 30K and I use the 20K to buy the rice,
you won't buy. If you're earning 30K, you won't buy a bag of rice. You will buy.
I'll buy a bag of rice for a
Let's
year.
go on a break. When we come back, so while most politicians are in the news for political reasons, running for office, are you impeached? Are you selecting? Are you running? Are you not running? The former Vice President of Nigeria, Atiku, is in the news for a totally different matter. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be. Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
it was trending recently because his wife recently asked for a divorce. And it was quite interesting because, as I said before the break, a lot of politicians have been talking about the campaign, going to one party, talking about presidential candidacy, so what they can do towards 2023, which party are they going to be under. And by the time we heard Atiku's name, it was about his wife divorce. So, Mariam, I'd like you to establish the story so we can discuss it because we want to take out some lessons from this. Go ahead, Mariam.
First of all, that was unfair because we have been hearing about other things he's been doing politically before this story came out.
Please enlighten me.
Yes. So one of his wives, he's a Muslim and he's married to a few wives. So one of them, her name is Jennifer. I think she was quite popular towards the last election when he had when he was running with his running mate, an Igbo person, to just show that one Nigeria thing. And he's used it as an example of how, Nigerian he is because of his wives from different parts of the country. Anyway, so she's asked for a divorce and she has come out to give her story because she feels like she's been threatened by the former vice president's aides. She says since she had asked for divorce, she's been followed, her calls monitored, and all she wants is just a peaceful dissolution of the marriage. She said that the reason why this has come up is she lives in the United Kingdom, and the vice president doesn't want her to keep living there. But she says she's doing that because she has to be with the children, and she started living there for that long because of COVID. And so that has been a bone of contention between them. And because she has asked for a divorce, some of the properties that were gifted to her by him he's collecting them back, even though she's able to show him proof documents that you gave me this, where she would say the aide signed it to show that he had given her as a gift. She mentioned the Asokoro house, where she says, so if you take this house from me, when I and the children come to Nigeria to visit, where will we stay? He said, you're the one that asked for a divorce. Go and look for where to stay. So amongst other things, so there are other properties all across. There's a Dubai property. And for me, the tone of the letter or the conversation, she kept referring to him as Your Excellency, Your Excellency. And I was wondering, where is the intimacy?
Let's even start with, we don't know the genesis of because she said it in the letter that there are other things that could have happened, that she's not asking for divorce because of the wives. Wives are normal, she's okay with that. But my own question is, when women get into these kind of marriages, what should be the grounds of divorce for this kind of marriage? You're married to somebody very influential, very rich, obviously. You have house in Dubai, Asokoro, in London. And we've been having conversations. You think, okay, if you have all this, you're fine. You're made. There's some people that don't have nothing, and somehow they're still able to, get some kind of breather. But you have these properties. What exactly? I mean, I'm talking from the layman's perspective, because we don't know the real crux of the issues, because there could be bigger issues that we don't know, and I must acknowledge that. But looking at it from face value, that okay, I have a beautiful house in Dubai. I'm living in London with my children, and I'm thinking, what's your problem? Because you have, yeah, okay. I mean, that's what. So maybe I'm missing something. Like when you marry somebody this rich, what should be the terms of engagement? What should be the expectations? Should you ask for more? What should be terms of disengagement? Should you ask for more? Do you still need the lovey-dovey? Do you still need the attention?
What should be your expectations?
What should your expectations? If you're married to an Atiku, for example, if I'm married to an Atiku, do I want him to be coming to say, give me goodnight kisses, or I don't want that. Just give me the house, I'll be good.
Really? You think so? Till you get it.
Well, let's just see. I mean, what are your thoughts on this?
First of all, when we're reading this this morning, I was just saying, so where is the love? Where is
What's love got
exactly?
To do?
No, it's got to do a lot. Where is the love? Where is the relationship? Where is that thing that connected us together in the first place? If everything you have ever gifted me is conditional, so you were giving it to me because I was doing your bidding, I was in the relationship with you, and tomorrow when I say I want to leave, that means that everything you have ever given to me, you ask me to give it back to you because I am leaving. So what happened to all the sacrifices that I put in when we were together? Because no, of course you will make sacrifice. Was she not raising kids? Even if she was a full-time housewife, she was taking care of the children. For you to fly around the whole place and somebody is giving you peace when you come back, that's a lot of work. We can't even begin to quantify that.
Absolutely.
So that's enough sacrifice, because every woman, I want to believe, will have their dreams and aspirations. And sometimes you have to subdue what you have so that the man can fly, since he's the head. You're making a lot of sacrifices. If everybody had to stay on their own, you will make something out of your life.
Isn't everything a contractual relationship? Everything is a contract.
Yeah,
so
okay, so let's be telling ourselves the truth. Okay. This marriage is a contract.
All marriages.
No,
marriages. Marriages were in the contract
now. You know, we like to paint, I'm in love, we love each other, we're selfless, we're this. So let us tell ourselves the truth. As we're making the terms of engagement, let's also be planning if tomorrow something is going to go this way, I'm going to have 10% or 20% of everything that you have earned.
That's what they call alimony.
Something. You will settle me. There's something they call in my place. You go settle me for the work I don't do. So let's have that, so that when things like this happen, you wouldn't take everything. You would give me my form of settlement.
Okay, so let me just, maybe because this wife is not the first wife. So when I asked, okay, what sacrifices? This, I'm talking now from the man's point of view. You married me when I was a made man. The sacrifices may have been those sort of sacrifices that could have helped me to grow, could have been made by the first wife. You were not there. You came where everything was set. You know, I liked your beauty or your intelligence. You just moved in, and everything you wanted, you got. A house in America, in London, in Abuja, wherever you wanted. Your kids could go anywhere. You could go anywhere. Your family, your relatives could live in, you know, luxury, just because you're with me. Right. And so when it's time to leave, I can see a man like that saying, I've given you everything. So what sacrifices are we talking about here again, you know? So, and I gave you everything, so, and I can take it back, especially if you're the one asking for divorce. So, see, the arrangement was, I like who you are, and I wanted you to be my wife, and in return, I gave you all these luxuries. But if you don't want to be with me anymore, then you may as well take yourself out. Good, that's one. But you have a wife and children, and I feel that that's where our system, our court system, needs to step in. When you are going to divorce a wife, there has to be something that you can go with. And if you have given someone a gift, it's a gift for life. And the person is mother to your children. She's even asking, so when I come back to Nigeria with my children, where would they stay? So in punishing me, you punish your children as well.
So let me, I'll come to Nima. I know somebody who divorced. She was living in America, I think, and she's back in Nigeria. So if she goes to America now, she has to get a hotel because they've shared the property, they sold the property, he's moved on, and she's in Nigeria with the kids. So would she now be asking him, okay, when I come to America, where are your children going to stay? Yeah, maybe she would ask, and he might send money for hotels or something. But my point is that, why is that such a major issue? Am I missing something? Why is that a major issue for this woman in particular? That when I come to Nigeria, there has to be somewhere for me to stay. If you are divorced with the person, if you have divorced the person, the divorce is not concluded. But if I have divorced you, why is where I stay a problem? Is it because I have your children? I mean, I need your own legal language to this. So when women are in these shoes, they can demand of this husband that the divorce of me. Please, I'm coming with your children. Get us a house to stay.
No. Get your children a house to stay. So if you have a house, you can take your children.
Yes.
The divorce is separation. Although in some climes you have to then pay alimony, some sorts, maybe for a period of time or some for life, depending on when they're able to show dependency on you. Right. But in Nigeria, we'd only pay maintenance, and the court will pay it within capacity. Even if the man was a billionaire, if the cost of milk is this, cost of rice is this, cost of that is this.
That's how they calculate it?
They'll calculate it. If your children's school fees is this, if the children were public school children, public school fees. So the court will calculate it based on other factors, not your terms. Some women are misunderstanding. They'll say, tell him to get me out in Lekki. I cannot take, I beg. The court will not force a hardship on him just because, no, it's not punitive here.
Okay.
So, but for me, I read this story very well. She's the one divorcing. Atiku never divorce her.
Okay.
Difference there. Because I heard that story back and forth. Long-standing issue. I have to break down long-standing issues. You see, wisdom is profitable to you.
Tell us now.
Please let us hear. Wait, wisdom is profitable. There are men. And they are men. Again, men, when you marry them, you'll be able to talk. When you marry a man, you call him his excellence.
Let's see.
You know the level.
You have to have wisdom. If they are monitoring your phone, my husband, they're monitoring my phone, I don't like it. And you'll be wiser. This man obviously is not divorcing her. He's saying the benefits and comfort you enjoy, continue to enjoy them, but you cannot divorce. Remember there was drama around this marriage when they married?
Yeah.
Serious drama. So you have not finished that service. You're saying, you're talking about you. Now you are saying you want to remain in the UK with his children. He's asking, this is an African man number one, then an African man of a certain class. You want to announce someone carry his children, be going everywhere, and be answering Jennifer. No, now. I know a friend of mine,
wait.
they will not only understand the culture of Adamawa, they will understand more in the family.
Because you just said a few things. You said about two things that are so pungent that we need to really, I don't want us to just gloss over it. So when you call your husband Your Excellency, that in itself,
the level different.
The level is a different. So that
my Lord.
So it's your Lord. Hey, let's go to break. Let us digest that and see how we can break it and unpack it. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy Eastplash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC Communications story.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy Eastplash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With News Bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced and reliable every time. TVC and TVC.
Thanks for staying with us. So we're still discussing the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar's issue with his wife. And before the break, she said something very cogent about the fact that this is a wife that calls her husband Your Excellency. Now, what that suggests to the hearer is that you are very respectful of him, and you are from you understand the level. It's a different class issue, and that is not a girlfriend, boyfriend, the lovey dovey, baby relationship. And aside from that, should she therefore, because she's in that Your Excellency relationship, accept whatever she's given?
No.
Is it fair to say that she accept whatever you're giving?
The mode to change it is different. You know what I mean? And I cannot carry fights. Wake up.
Answer me.
We cannot carry fights in that kind of relationship. It's like you're married in the Emirates in Dubai. You know, this millionaire American divorced his wife. The woman collect half of her estate. In those places, there's a different method. For the women in Dubai, I think is it Jordan that divorced the caliph in that state. She had to go get that divorce in the UK. So there are several ways you deal with things, and it's always good to be discerning. In that kind of relationship, maybe you didn't like certain things. It's a different method to address it.
She could have tried those methods, and it didn't work.
What if she wants a divorce? I just want a
divorce. No, if you want a divorce, you are good to go. It means that you are good out the door. The story of I had to sell my assets and move out, that's a long story. Even if you want to divorce this kind of man, you calculate your divorce till you achieve it. You don't just walk out the door and think you have everything, that you can take everything that you have gained in that marriage. No. You are wise. You have put away some things. It's not
sure
the
she
same.
Has already. She's a lawyer. I'm definitely sure
so
she has.
Then she should not be talking to the press. You know, she shouldn't. She's the one saying she wanted a quiet divorce, but she's the one who's not making it quiet. He's refused to address the press. So if you want a quiet divorce and you have been strategic in getting that divorce, you just walk out the door.
Let me take this call from Jonathan. Jonathan, are you there? Hello, Jonathan. Oh, we lost that. So, now that we put all this on the table, how do we learn from this kinds of situations? So we have you're marrying your mate, and you guys can do, and you can say, bro,
your baby,
your baby, you can
darling.
say, uncle, this is how we're going to do it. But you're marrying Your Excellency.
Hey, sister.
You're marrying an Oba.
It's a different methodology.
So what's the method? We are marrying that kind of level.
So let me go to the women of old. You know, we do a lot of scripture study, and we find out that there's a way they handle things. Like someone like Esther in the Bible, and there were other, queens that had to marry kings. So you know that the relationship is Lord and Master. You see all these bragging rights we used to do with our relationship. It has to be 50-50. We're total equality. You cannot disrespect, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't work in that sort of marriage, just like Nima has said. You now need to deploy antiques, manipulative methods that you can use to get him on your side. It's not about being bad. It's about just knowing how to. So you have to do a lot of stooping to conquer. That's just it. That's what works for them. Stooping to conquer. When they are saying this, you are, yes, my Lord. With a smile. Yes, my Lord, with a smile. Then you go back again, you bring it up again, and yes, my Lord, with a smile. Then, do not get into a fight that you do not have spoils. If peradventure you now decide that you're going to leave this sort of relationship, make sure you have padded up yourself. Because they play, see, when a rich man or a very powerful man feels I'm going to lose something, they go dirty. They will deal with you with whatever. Because how dare you say you want to leave me with everything I've given to you? I am not your mate in the first place. I have made your life. Yes, now. Yes, I'm not your mate. I've made my life. I've made your life very comfortable. What else are you looking for? Okay, you want to go out? I will block everything. Make sure that you have gotten your spoils enough, and then you live quietly. See all this noise, it will backfire against you at the end of the day.
Is it possible that this woman, she's a lawyer, she's an educated woman, So there's a possibility that she has already done everything you've done. She has already collected her spoils. She has her house in Barbados. She has a house in Florida, probably locked down somewhere. But is that one in Nigeria that, when we come to Nigeria now, we got to have a place to stay.
But also, remember, there's also the property in Dubai that is under contention because it seems like she's not giving that one up. Maybe that is the spoils of the marriage that you battle, the spoils of the battle. I heard this from Oprah one time, and I was shocked that someone of her caliber, someone who has that sort of money, would think that. And she was saying that whenever someone wants to leave a marriage, especially if the woman is the disadvantaged one, maybe financially, it's always good to have a strategic exit. I did not know that when both people had that in their head. Like, you just go straight to the court. They say, have a strategic exit, have a support system that would make sure that you're keeping to the plan of your exit. So from the way this woman is talking, she was willing to give up a lot of things. I feel that she has sorted herself out. This is a woman that wants to live abroad. She doesn't want to live in Nigeria with her kids. And she sorted herself out. But as Nima says, so the question is, so why are you in the press? What are you talking about? And it's in the press because, okay, you have a call.
Take this call. Ola, are you there? Hello? Oh, I'm so sorry. I kept you for so long. I do apologize. Yes, Mary,
so you're in the press because maybe some of the spoils of your marriage is being taken away. You did not hide it as well as you thought you did because this is a very powerful, influential man. There are some sort of people you cannot hide from. Or you know, so you find yourself in that situation. For a lot of women, they may not ask for a divorce. They will just decide to stay for as long as they can get away with getting what they want, and then maybe their children are old enough to be able to also take care of them. But I think that a modern woman has the right to be able to say, I want to leave. But are you willing to leave without the spoils of that marriage? Are you willing to say, you know what? Naked I came, naked I leave, and I'm happy with myself and I'm excited.
I can't leave naked because I got children for you. I have children.
No, your children are well taken care of. There's nothing that your children will lack. But the extra luxuries that you get because we are married, you would not have anymore.
Let me take this. Lanre from Abuja. Good morning. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Yes, I just want to say something. Because I heard what Nima is saying about verse 14, Jennifer. What the only thing I can say is that I don't think Jennifer is wrong. Because to me, if a man says he gives, I'm a Muslim, gifted a gift to a wife, in fact, it's for her, for life. And thank God they both have children for each other. So I don't think in fact, Nima is a Muslim. I don't expect her, I'm sorry, for her to talk the way she's talking. You understand? So it's as if Ofemati Rekuni. That is true. That is what I connote from that.
Thank you very much, Mr. Larry.
So in Islam, there are exceptions to not taking back your gifts. If a marriage has not been consummated and gifts were exchanged in terms of mar, that can be taken out, except you forfeit willingly. So if the husband says, okay, I don't even want it, but the consummation of that marriage has not happened, you can take that back. But once you're married, you can't take back gifts that you're of the marriage, so the spouse remain with the woman. Unfortunately, that's not the angle I'm taking it from. And even in Islamic countries, you see some power flexing. We're talking about power flexing here. I left the Islamic points clearly because obviously this man is a Muslim, but the woman is not, and he's obviously doing power flexing with her. So I've left that part. What I believe she should do is play the cards on the table the way it is. This is a powerful man you have married. You know he's a man of influence. Probably married you for a purpose. You're saying you want to divorce him. I know. From northern culture that I know, he will not leave his children to suffer because he must punish you, no. He will not. But you are taking the power and enjoyment of in-lawship from your relatives living in Asokoro. From them. You divorce him, it's no longer your in-laws. The protection and everything he gives you, you're withdrawing from it, you're willingly doing that. Even in Islamic marriages, you divorce him, you take away the protection he's giving to you. If he has certain protection he's giving to you. You're the one saying you want a quiet divorce. You shouldn't be in the news, talking to the press.
All right, and let me go on a break. Okay. When we come back, we'll see what we can do to add a bit more spice to this. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy Eastplash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup
check.
Are the scripts on the prompter? Script
check.
Are we set in the PCR? All team in place? PCR
check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, lights are. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission.
Thanks for staying with us. So we like these kind of stories because we try to learn all sorts of perspectives. You know, we see different things and we think, okay, it's good to have knowledge because there are people out there that might need some of this knowledge. So we hear people divorce because of domestic violence, they divorce because somebody's cheating on them, they divorce because there's issues of, you know, things they cannot handle, maybe monetary issues. But where we are, what we are seeing here is property. And when she said that, I want to stay with my children, that you and I have not been available for our children for many years. And now she wants to stay focused and be focused and stay with the children. and she needs properties in Dubai, and she needs a property in Nigeria. Obviously, they have one in the UK currently. And somebody who's been beat up by her spouse and is looking for divorce is listening to his story and saying, okay.
Listen now, you don't even have a problem.
It's like, do you have a problem? You know, that's a Nigerian factor. So the question is that, does this woman have an issue? I mean, as I said, we don't have the full details.
Yeah.
We must acknowledge that there might be other issues which we are not privy to. But for what we see, does she have grounds? I mean, is there an issue?
Yeah. So okay. I was listening to a podcast recently from a gospel artist who divorced some years ago, and she was narrating her story. And when I listened, I was waiting to hear what exactly made them divorce. What exactly was the problem? Yeah. I didn't hear. All I heard was we grew apart. Our goals no longer aligned. I didn't hear anything of domestic violence. And I was thinking, she hasn't really told us. Like, I can't pick this story now and say somebody divorced because of this exactly. Yeah. But she just said their goals no longer aligned. And that was enough grounds for her to say, okay, we're no longer working together. Even the scripture says, can two work together except they agree? So they were no longer in agreement, and it was time for people to go their separate ways. So we sitting back, we're always waiting for the very big major stories. Like they punch you, you know, if you stay, you go. They cheat, you go. They lie on you, you go. They do this one, you go. But even the little ones, if it no longer serves you, if it no longer gives you that happiness, because the truth is we all define our happiness differently. Probably when she got into that relationship, they had some moments together. And all of a sudden, the moments were no longer there. Things had changed, political aspirations here and there. We no longer have time to have our family dinner in the evenings, once in a while. And the expectations she thought that he would try as much as possible to still find a way to meet up to, he's no longer meeting up and like, come,
so
I'm no longer happy.
Resilience that people tell you to have in marriage. You know where they say, yes, it's about happiness, but sometimes you sacrifice, our parents sacrifice our happiness and joy for the children. Not saying that that is good, because now we are knowing better that you should not be good. Lived your life. Yeah. But looking at weighing the options, that are there, can you really divorce somebody because we've grown apart? Our visions don't align. Yeah. I mean, are those really strong? When you look at it in terms of the children, in terms of the comfort your children are used to, in terms of what you can provide or what you can or cannot be able to provide for your children afterwards.
Okay, so I wanted to start from the very first question you asked, BC, which is, I find that many people are not very sympathetic when women of a certain class go through this, like rich people's problems. I beg, please save us. You're having, you know, you're enjoying, and you still want to buy property. Ha! This woman, how many properties do you want? You're greedy. Because it's a life that we all just, we dream of, and then here you are living this life and you're about to throw it away. So we usually have very little sympathy for women like that. But the truth is that they are, until you find yourself in their shoes, you would not understand. And I also find that when you're in a marriage where almost everything is provided for, some things that will be small now become big stuff. Like goals not aligning. Like, you know, he's not spending time with me, we're not talking. Quality. Meanwhile, if you were both struggling in traffic,
you won't think of time.
I see Nima. Nima has this way that she talks to her husband when she's traffic. She straps the phone to her ear. So conversation continues even in traffic. You know, you make a way. But if you had all the luxury to be like, but he did not call. He's meant to call like this time.
At 7 a.m.
So all of a sudden, some things that are small become big. Magnified. Because you've taken care of all those major issues. And then it now shows us it's not about things. It's about just how you feel, what makes you happy. When you stop being happy, no matter what it was, whether it's a big thing or a small thing, when you're not happy, then you're not happy.
Absolutely.
And then you're now looking for ways to be
that was well said. Let me come take to Mariam. Mariam, are you there?
Oh, there's a Mariam on the phone.
Good morning, you're live. Go ahead, please.
Good morning, Mariah.
Morning.
Okay, so Numa said she's been following the story. I think she's actually contradicting herself with it. The thing is this. The woman, she said she wanted a quiet divorce, but she's coming to the press. Like we rightly know, we're talking about somebody with a lot of influence. We're talking about a man. And we're underrating the woman's intellectual capability. She's intelligent enough to know the kind of man that she's married to. So before such a person will dare come to press to start a fight that she cannot finish, a lot has happened. This thing has been in the press anyway, on and off and all that. But this time she's coming out because, according to her, they are led threat by his security details. So, when you are married to such a person, you may not just start a fight because you want to start a fight.
Oh, Mariam, we just got cut off. I do apologize, but really thanks for that, your views. Yes.
So, I wanted to disagree that I don't get this we have grown apart, we don't align things. Every time I hear it, I think people living in fantasy world.
Wow.
Goals never do align. They never do. Every individual with their dream. In marriage, you support. Some people have to give up their own. So if it was the same goal, why do you have to give up yours? They never did align. They never do align. You compromise. So when you now say about grown, we're not aligning. I always think, where is that coming from? Because if you know the situation before you took head, you know how to deal with it. If I am willing, which I'm not willing now in my marriage, to give up my own career and life for my husband, I don't think the question will now be in future that after all I have done for you, that's a choice I am making as a willing party. And I'm ready for the consequences of it. I will not turn around tomorrow and say, I'm blaming you for it. I would have foreseen if it doesn't compensate, at this point I do this. Most likely start the career again. Or insist on having that career and saying, I cannot sacrifice. But when you do it for the sake of children, it's laudable. For the sake of the marriage, laudable. But the consequence, you've taken everything into cognizance. Now, quickly to understand the color. You know that, men take women for granted and all of that. Some women have this logic. She's not the first wife. If it was in a proper polygamous setting, the Yoruba style now, the first wife would just be laughing that look at you, such a baby. You can't even stay. And even if you must live with your dignity intact. Why I'm saying this is because she is a woman of education. She didn't come in, they did not go and bring her arrange. She came in as of choice, she came in well. Certain things that she never learned in that marriage because of that is why we're here. She has to go. For whatever reason that she has to go. Strategize, work out strategically, quietly. You're thinking, this man probably is thinking, you're doing this now, when I'm trying to vie for elections.
Is APC paying you?
Is somebody paying you? And you're saying in the same report.
Okay,
the
there's
timing,
something that
a
keeps
lot of
recurring.
things
Maybe I'll
are
take Yakub. There's something that keeps recurring. I'll talk about. I think it's Hassan. Good morning. Are you there?
Good morning.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Good morning, Mariah. Good morning, everybody.
Yes.
Good morning, Hassan.
I am surprised today that Nima is not talking from the ambit of law. She's not taking the other way. Was it because Atiku Abubakar is a strong figure? That's number one. Number two, you see, this woman, she's not just married for the first time. You understand? She's a high society woman, a lawyer that knows her way out. What we are seeing here in this issue is about property. And that property is centrally about the property in Dubai. You understand? Yes. And there's no way you can eat your cake and have it. Atiku is not the kind of person you can just use and don't. That is why you see her trying other ways around. I didn't mean Atiku is a person like us. Nima will start in and be coaching law here today. I know very well. But you see, the issue is very clear. You see, this woman, remember, she had a wedding of her son in Dubai with pomp and circumstance. You understand? And she was highly supported by Atiku. But now she's coming up. How do you expect a woman whose son got married to be conscious of moving somewhere to take care of the children? Please, let her look for another excuse.
Thank you very much, Hassan. Thank you very much. So I have to go. I have to go on a break. But see, I want us to look at this thing from the eye of this woman, the prison of her. The reason why I want us to look at it because if we assume she's an educated, beautiful woman who came in legit, like you said, and she's got everything according to the world, she's perfect life. But she says, I'm done. Can't she just be done and be done in peace? Is she allowed to say, I am done? I don't want, I'm busy by force. Why is that an issue for society? Let's go to the break. When we come back, we'll talk about it through her eyes. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be. Doubt and fear doesn't occur.
Àwọn kan wà tí wọ́n bá kú tọ́jọ́ kú wọn ò tí ì pé wọ́n á papòdà síbòmíì.
Is that how you're gonna say it?
Ọkọ tí wàá sọ nìyẹn.
Bó ṣe wá kọ̀wé ránṣẹ́ yìí pé òun fẹ́ rí mi kájọ fojúkojú yìí kò yé èmi o.
Bó ṣe pé ẹ̀rí ẹ̀mí lẹ́kùnmọ́ àyà mi ti sọ kí.
Torí kí ni?
Àkọ́yẹ́ kọ́ mọ tó jẹ́rẹ̀ ẹ̀mí lẹ́kùnmọ́ yọmọ mú yẹn rí flashback jọ́ ìkí ọmọ tó mọ ẹgbọ́n mọ́.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC Communications story.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past.
I want to see things from the wife's perspective. So, for example, I'm married to a very wealthy man, and I know he has maybe a few wives before me. I'm not the number one wife, I'm not the last wife. And I said that my children and I haven't really seen him. They've not really seen enough of both of us for quite some time. And I'm done with all the glam. I want to stay with my children. Can't I just up and go? Yes, you gave me a property as a gift. I expect to retain it because it was my gift. You have a few properties in Dubai and other places. I'd like access to that because I have 2 of your children. Because I know you have hundreds of other properties across the world. I'm only asking for 1. What is so bad in that?
Also, okay, so sorry, Miriam, let me just quickly put the information out there. What I read, she's the one saying it's a gift. And she also said in the Daily Trust report that he asked her, show me the deed of gifts.
Well, how can you give it? No, that one I don't agree with him. Let me tell you why I don't agree with that one. Because I gave you a gift. Would I be asking for the deed also?
If I give you property,
the man signed. No, the man signed. His age signed of a gift.
Wisdom. In polygamy, if your husband give you gift, you should
collect the receipt.
You should deed it. They should put it in deed. Yes. Or else they will put everything together and share it.
Yes. Please say it again. Well, for the people listening.
In a polygamy, my husband wants to give you
even in a monogamy.
You put it in deed. So that they will not pack it together and say 3 children, 4 children. Everybody share equally. So that your own is not in contention.
So he didn't give her a deed.
So she's saying there's no deed, but she's saying his aide signed it on his behalf to her. And she's a lawyer. You know, I don't know the capacity that the aide can sign a gift to the wife of his principal.
No. People like that, they will have aides that take care of these things. But I guess now that brings up the conversation of prenuptial agreements. We see Oyinbo rich celebrities abroad doing it, and how, you know, when they are divorcing, it's always something that is being asked. So I guess Nigerians now, when you're looking to marry people like that, you have to sit down. If the man, but for Nigeria, I think it works for the vice president, the former vice president, because I don't think we have a law saying that when you leave a marriage, you must give everything 50-50, you know, share everything 50-50 with the wife. And if you're in a polygamous marriage, will you now give her fourth, you know, 1/4 of it, you know? But it is important that we start looking at this sort of agreements. You're going to go into a marriage with someone that already is made, as they say, a made man or a made woman. You should have the agreement that states exactly what you get when you're leaving. And they have different types. They have the type that will say, after 10 years, this is what you will get from me, because you have given 10 years of your life to this marriage. This is what you get. If you leave before 5 years, you may not get anything. So some people even hold themselves and say, because I know at the end of the 10th year, there's something to get. But now they're going to be back and forth in the court. And because this property is now in Dubai, it may be easier for her, I guess, to get that.
Let me take this call. Good morning, are you there?
Yeah, Mariah.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, the truth must be said. Number one, what is our primary motive of marrying Atiku?
Okay.
Atiku is a wealthy man. I'm saying, why even now? Number one, you know, this man is coming out as normal to contest as the president of this country. Now, why are you now saying you want to divorce this man now? And again, what was your primary motive of marriage? Did you marry this man because of property? That is another question. If this man says, okay, I'm taking so property away from you, at least 1 out of 3 or 2, thereabouts. Now that you say you want to leave, you can leave without taking that the one at Asokoro or whatever. What is your primary motive of marrying this man? Okay, you want to use this man to acquire wealth or what? Let's be fair. Let's be fair. Atiku is a human being.
Legally,
let me Yes. So, you know, you asked the question, is it okay for someone to say, I'm done, and just wake up and leave? Why it's not so okay in our societies? Because we still want to, you know, keep the tenets of marriage, because a successful marriage builds a successful society. The family, the society, the country, and everything at large. And we still try and I understand right now we are all grasping at straws because modernization is coming so fast that a lot of us are we're not getting how to even handle it. So for those who can still hold it in, we're still struggling and trying as much as possible to maintain that tenet of marriage. So you cannot wake up. You took a vow in the first place. So you cannot just wake up and say, I got tired, I'm not happy anymore, and up and leave when it's not life-threatening. That's where you're supposed to sit down and have a conversation. How can we make this work? And there was something Nima said that was very important that I wanted to touch on. So every individual has their personal goals. But when you're getting into marriage, you bring your goals together and your goals would have to align. That's the reason for marriage. If you have not had that discussion and you're getting into marriage, you are sleeping on a bicycle. Your goals will find a way to align. Because can two work together except they agree? Now, what happens when somebody says, we no longer align, we are growing apart, is because what we planned initially, the agreement we had, so peradventure, the woman was supposed to stay home and take care of the children, and the man was supposed to work, you know, to earn a living for the family. All of a sudden, the woman decides to say, no, I can't stay home anymore. I want to pursue this career. But you forgot that you had an agreement that I'm supposed to stay home for certain periods of time to raise these children to a certain level before I can continue. And then you wake up and say, we no longer align. So if your common goal in marriage no longer aligns, it's a problem. If somebody says, we're no longer walking in the same direction, we should not just feel, which problem do you have? I think it's a disservice to that person.
So we agree with you, but we're saying that is it enough grounds where the husband can say, okay, you want to work now, so let us rediscuss.
That is where, that's where you now have a conversation.
This shouldn't be grounds for divorce.
No, hold on now. You start from somewhere. You have a problem now. You are no longer aligning, and you want to fix it. So you now present it again. We had a plan that this and this and this, and you are saying that I've changed my mind. Okay, is there any way we can adjust? Is there any way I can come close? You come 50, I come 50. We meet ourselves halfway.
And if it doesn't work,
yes, that is when you can up and leave. And saying that your goal does not align. No, but don't say because it's not life-threatening that you cannot go. If the goals are not aligned and you feel
let me stay on
you're not going to be happy
what
anymore.
I'm hearing Nima saying, so the man has not agreed. We've agreed from the beginning. And we cannot rediscuss.
And we got there, we changed it.
No. He's not saying you can't change it. We are going to stick to the plan. Now, she's saying, because I have children, 4 children or 3 children right now, I want to start working, but because for the sake of these children, I will stay.
That's the sacrifice.
I'm sacrificing.
Yes.
That was she saying that our mothers used to do that, but today we are using that as a grounds for divorce.
So that is what we preach that people will do, but you cannot force everybody to sacrifice. People have their own, the way they have envisioned their life that. This is how I want it. And, well, I promised, I'm sorry, people break promises. So it's like you're breaking a promise because you have promised something and then you change your mind tomorrow and you're breaking that promise. But if somebody insists that they are going to break this promise, let them go. It's as simple as that.
Let me take this call. Stephen, I'll come to you, Nima. Okay. Stephen, are you there? Thanks for calling. Hello, Stephen. Hello, Stephen, you're live. Go ahead, ma'am.
So I understand BC, and it's not for only life-threatening issues that you might have to leave. But this goal not aligning thing, I think I need clarity, more clarity on it, because I don't understand goal not aligning. For some women, they marry a simple man, maybe someone by lineage, royalty, and they never expected it. It just happens. You see some women, they didn't expect it. They don't want to become queen and all that baggage, all that complexity. Yeah. So they say, them just hide, you know. But so those ones are not ready. They can then say, I am. But when you are married together, you're just waking up one morning and saying, goals don't align. I need to understand it.
But maybe you need to understand what the goals are. Because sometimes we may think goals are just like lifestyle goals. I want to be slim today and I don't want to.
No. They are just not be like that. Goals. When you have children, of course, part-time goals, you need to renegotiate them. You evolve. So that's why I say I do still get them.
But the point I want BC to understand is we agree with you. Yes, we can agree on something. But where does the point of sacrifice come? Where does the point of
Then
compromise?
renegotiation.
Say, I step down on this our plan. I step down not to change it because of my children.
I think BC answered it herself when she talked about stooping to conquer in a lot of these sort of marriages. But I wanted to respond to our previous caller, the very last caller, where it was like, what was her reason for getting married in the first place? Does she want to use Atiku? You see, Nigerian men, when a woman decides that she wants to leave a rich man, all of a sudden people will start saying, after 20, 30, sometimes 50 years of marriage, you'll be asking people what was their plan. After all these years, can that be a reason why someone stayed in the marriage 50 years, 20 years, 30 years? I think it's an unfair question to ask. So sometimes it's okay. It happens that some women will be willing to leave rich men. I know it's hard for many people to comprehend, but some people are saying that the wealth is not enough. I can leave. And it's okay to want to leave and not be, and it will not be because she wanted the money only in the first place. And because she has also stayed that number of years, there's nothing wrong in her going away with something from that marriage. But the only problem is if we see this woman dragging this man through the court because she wants every single thing, things that she didn't work for, things that she did not earn. But every time a Nigerian one wants to leave a rich man, you hear these questions. It was because of the money. Now she has chopped enough. She wants to leave.
But even if it's because of the money, what's the big deal?
Let's flip it too. If a man marries a woman, like me now, my husband, we started small. And suddenly tomorrow I blow beyond comprehension. And my husband says, I want to divorce you. And he says, I will take certain part of what you own. We will not be shouting.
Why are they different?
Because Nigerian people will shout. They will call the man. They will call him a robber. See,
he'll be better off staying with you than divorcing you.
No, but he too can be tired up to here. Success comes at a price. Maybe at the time I become that successful, I am not available. And I've always been an available wife. And then he's suddenly just waiting every day. I don't want to do adultery in my marriage. And I don't want to hurt you by, and sometimes when you're renegotiating, certain things will come. If it's a man, if she was Atiku, we would be saying these things. Then for me, there's a part of it that confuses me. What kind of marriage? She's saying she's asking for divorce now. 2 women or 3 or so were at home before she come and join. What kind of marriage? It has to be customary.
Yes.
Has to be. Because in Nigeria, under our marriage act, you cannot sign under the marriage act several marriages. So the ones that you have signed, if you accept it, you not sign for them. So what kind of divorce are we asking? If it is customary, forget all the Islamic English we will be speaking. If there's a different law, and if it is Islamic, there's another law entirely. So maintenance is all that they will give her.
Not just marry in peace.
If you now marry under marriage act, it's at the discretion of the judge to decide which properties you're going.
There's a last part that we've not touched that I think is also important.
Proof.
This, the idea of coming out to the media. I know we've touched on it in the past. When you're at that level, you bring out and you call the press and they take the story. You saw it with Samuel Posu, people coming to. Is it therapeutic for them, or is it something that, listen, I need to get the world involved? Why do you think somebody at that level, is willing to come out to the press to say, listen, this is what I'm going through? Is it necessary? Or do you think it's something is the new normal for us? Listen, if I'm going through a divorce, if I'm going through the situation with somebody influential, let me involve the press so that they can see that I am being maltreated or, it's certain ways.
For mere civilians like us, it may be just for therapeutic reasons. But you see, people at that level, they understand the power of media. And sometimes they use the media to tilt things their way. It helps maybe with court cases and things like that. So for her, there are 2 things. She said she's saying this so that, she feels like they're trying to malign her name, although I had not heard anything until she came out. So maybe she was expecting that some information may come out and put her in the bad light. I always feel that people at that level, they are very aware of the dangers of just opening up, in the media, and also the benefits. So for me, I think it is strategic. She feels that this may help maybe towards the acquisition of the Dubai property. But you see, regular us, we're just vexing. We're just, oh my God, see what you have done to me, and then we'll now regret it the next day. So
okay. All right. So now, do you have any messages on YouTube?
We have messages.
Let's get some few perspectives.
Bola Obadimeji says, what really is her goal for bringing her divorce, which she asked for, to the public glare? we should know that individual character differ. What a man can let go, another may not. Don't blame Atiku. If he asks back for those gifts, be smart when going into relationships. Femi Ashivas says it's a normal thing for a reasonable human being to quit whatever is costing their peace. She's not the one. She's the one in the marriage with Atiku. She knows Atiku more than every other person. At times, it goes beyond the general public figure assumptions to determine if the person is really a good person.
Let me read YK's own. YK says, deed of gift is very important, not just in marriage. When my brother gave me my house, we had to do a deed of gift, or it wouldn't be mine. He signed it, not me, not lawyer, him. So I think it's very important for people to understand these terms. You know, you said something that, someone cannot just fall in love and get married.
Yeah.
You know, we constantly talk about conversations you should have before you get married.
We need to have
deed
sense.
of gift
So
is now on
we
the
need
list.
to have sense. So
I'm telling you, marriage is no more. I love you.
It makes me.
Please. Open your eyes. Sign the documentation. Especially if you are marrying His Excellency. Hey, those excellencies. Let's go to a break. And we come back. We are not married to Excellency. We're lucky we have just paid bros. What's your own now? But Your Excellency, gotta know how to
And
speak
our
to
men
it.
don't finish. They know that if they had a simple spoon.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Being a TV host, at TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked, and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be. doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw ether material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup.
Check.
Are the scripts on the prompter? Script.
Check.
Are we set in the PCR? All team in place? PCR.
Check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, lights are. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup.
Check.
Are the scripts on the prompter? Script.
Check.
Are we set in the PCR? All team in place? PCR.
Check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, lights are. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission.
It's about this trend of being a baby mama becoming the new polygamy. So I'm not saying this our wife is a baby mama because she's a wife, properly married. But a lot of young people right now, a lot of women are choosing to be baby mamas to people like Atiku, to the influential people. Like, you know what, let me just have a child for him, and I get a house in Asokoro, I get a house in, I have a house in Dubai. And we're not celebrating or affirming the role of the baby mama. We're just saying that if you are indeed a baby mama, maybe you should take some lessons from this, where you ensure you have your deed of gift, you have some kind of protection for your children. I mean, as I said, we're not talking about Atiku's wife because she was a wife, but you're a baby mama. What advice do we give? Not because you plan to be a baby mama. There's some people that planned it.
Yes, yes.
Some people don't plan it. It just what happens. What can we do? What can they do to protect themselves and their children? Because they are baby mamas. They're not proper wives.
Baby mamas, supposedly, the ones that know are wiser.
Yes.
They know they come in, they secure the bag all the time.
They don't come in, they secure the bag.
They don't come in unprepared. I didn't complete that statement. They don't come in, they come in prepared, strategy. They know the service they are rendering and the compensation that they're expecting. Except the baby mama is one that the mom is grooming, her mind is not there. You know, the hypocrisy of those people who don't want polygamy, but they're okay with baby mama. Because some people have children as a means of financial empowerment for men.
Yes.
So they've been from maybe some people say from a very humble background. Let me just do this man. And some men negotiate. In fact, I heard recently the story of a small boy, 31 years old, telling a girl, you know that I've been giving you all this money. If you don't have baby for me, I'll stop giving you money. And so the girl got pregnant for him. And so she was saying to me that that's why I got pregnant for her. I was like, Nasef, So usually it's for big men, for the big name, for the access to influence that some girls arrange these things. And the best way that I've seen work is to know your place and be discreet in that arrangement. You can't be a baby mama loudmouthed. Yeah. If the person that you're dealing with is used to this system, it will not go pay you.
But I've seen situations where baby mamas have been caught in legal battles up and down because you were being discreet, you minded your business. Principal now passes, and then original wife say, we've never ever heard of her, we don't know who she is. All of a sudden, baby mama is screaming. So that's why some of them, I think, now want to put a stamp and say, see, I'm here. I am here.
So how do you secure the bag?
So, first of all, if it is a conversation where from the beginning you have with the principal that says, okay, you have a child for me and this is what I'll do for you. But there are some that it is not a conversation. It's that you are hoping, you are arranging yourself like, okay, you see I have a child for you. And because you have a child, while that person is alive, you are getting some payments, you're getting some benefits, but he has nothing put down for you for the future. Not for you and not even for the child. Sometimes the child is not even well known to the family. So just you, him, and so that's... but, you know, I don't want to talk about this securing the bag by baby mamas because I don't encourage it. I want every woman to boldly and confidently go into a marriage of, you know, friendship and like minds and, you know, that will cover her financially and cover her children, the offsprings of that marriage. Let us not also encourage people that will go into marriages that may break up another one because they are hoping to just get financially from one. But this is our reality. We have to tell ourselves. There are some people who use that to get some form of is their get out of poverty card. So people who realize that that's what it is. Yeah, but you have to make it a bit formal. They sign some things in your name and things like so. Even when something like this happens, where either the relationship breaks down or the person passes on, there's something that
what I'm hearing from what I'm hearing from Nima and Mary is like, so if you are a baby mama, maybe not intentionally, your strategy shouldn't to go and fight the woman, the owner of the husband.
Of course not.
Your strategy is to know what I'm doing. This guy happened. It just so happened that, and I'm making sure that I get this. But don't go with that forcefulness because that's what you can get burnt if you do that. If you are discreet and you could manage and stay in Japan, don't come to Lagos. Quietly. Just be in Japan and they'll be sending your money there. No problem. Everybody will be happy.
Yeah, so I think it happens two ways. There are some people who are strategic baby mamas. So they'll see like this big person, or whether it's a rich man, a businessman, a celebrity, and the target to get in the way. We've heard of people who will buy tickets to be in a plane because so and so person is going to be in that plane, and then they position themselves and sit very close to that person. They will borrow money to buy that ticket,
confidence,
whether it's big first class or business class. Borrow that money, buy it because you want to have that connect. So those ones, they come guns blazing. They know why they are there. They know why they are going to be taken in. And even when they are thinking of protection, they are like, well, we can. And when it happens, you see that they are ready. They tell you their terms and conditions. If you want me to keep this, I have to have this. You have to give me this. You have to give me that. They are prepared. But there are some baby mamas that happens by mistake. So they see this person, and then the person likes them, and they have a sort of relationship, maybe fall in love, and a baby comes out of it.
To you that he's not married.
No, even if you know that he's married. Some people are okay to get into relationship with people that are married. Yes, you see them hovering around all these men that have wives, and they're okay with it. Just put me aside.
But that's not strategy.
I want to flip it a bit. I want you to hurry up.
Let me finish. So then it's not intentional that the pregnancy comes out. And finally you end up being a baby mama without plans. And the person is now saying, either you remove this thing or you're on your own. What do you do at that stage? That's where the problem is. For those that are prepared, they have already gotten it covered.
In a situation where it's the man this way, where he's the one that doesn't have a job, and this very successful woman, rich, she's probably married, she's having issues with her husband,
baby daddy.
And baby dad, and you want to get her pregnant because you want to tie her to you, that yes, that is my child. That also happens where this clown just comes in the picture and starts demanding that this is my wife, and demands the child. In that kind of situation. So the point, I mean, the reason why I'm bringing that angle is because it's not just women. These men also do this to women.
The reason why it's also tough is because it's harder to have, when the woman is the one that carries the baby, and so it's harder to get that.
Just change the number and lock the door.
Yes,
block you everywhere.
You may not even know that. Let's take a few messages. You have to run off.
Block you. So,
Nima, on this matter, just pray you do not find yourself in this situation. Do you think it's easy to just get up and go to press? Don't forget she's been keeping quiet all this while. When you have been pushed to the wall, you don't. Please don't just jump to conclusion. You'll never understand. I have been there, and it's not easy. I almost died of frustration. These powerful people have a way of doing, I beat you, but don't cry.
That's it. Yeah. So let's see. Again, to remind Nigerians that the show is about conversations. So we'll talk about different angles. So not like we're choosing a side. We're just trying to elicit conversations and see different things from different perspectives. So thank you for bringing that perspective. It's a very good perspective.
I have a lot of this. May I take a few more?
Yeah,
messages. Elsa says, thank you. Nigerians are always thinking everything is money. No wonder the country is like this. Nobody should be treated like trash. We should uphold each other's dignity. It also says, when you strip your wife, you are not upholding her dignity, no matter what.
I like this one. Omoye Ali says, couples growing apart is hydra-headed. It's not just dream. It's not just dream, not aligning. Sex can also be missing, which means no connection. You can't be in a marriage without sex.
Also,
so if a man, so the reason I brought it, if you're a polygamous man, you have options. And if you used to go to somebody's house every Wednesday and you stop going to a vista for 3 years,
that's long-standing.
That's the problem. Or you now reduce the minutes from 30 minutes to 5
Well,
seconds.
about that.
It's part of it.
You may have a day
and still leave that thing. It's part of it.
Some of our mothers,
leave that thing.
Some of our mothers have sex for like 30, 40 years.
That's our mothers. So
just say this sex thing, this is overrated.
No.
It's overrated.
You know me, I will not stand down on that. Don't ever say it's overrated. So you are talking based on your own makeup and perspective. It's not like that for every other person. For some people, they can divorce on the grounds that is no longer satisfying.
Let us make it an issue. Why should you divorce on the grounds of
if
that?
If it's not satisfying, it's not
what
satisfying.
Is that? What
do you want to be
what
going
does satisfaction mean?
You define it according to your body. According to your libido.
Let us not even make it about the satisfaction. Let's also remember that sex is also another way where people show intimacy and show that there's a connection.
We know.
So when you have that, I mean, you constantly feel that you're intimate with this person, constantly feel that, well, we're in this together. It's part of the marriage. When you stop having that, it's usually a sign of a problem.
No.
Maybe we're not connected anymore.
No. Let me tell you.
Things. So that intimacy is not just about bodies. It's about your mind that you're connected.
I agree with you on that level.
Yes.
But you see, there's a young girl. Maybe she's married at the age of 21 to a rich man, 35 or maybe 40, 50 years old. She's a little girl, and she doesn't want to have anything to do with you. You give her a house, maybe yes, she's got pregnant, has 2 children, 3 children. She's fine. She doesn't want your sex. Neither is she looking for you outside. She's okay.
She's 21. She's not looking for sex.
She might not be looking for sex.
No, it's a makeup.
She's 21.
It's a makeup.
We have been created differently.
So
we have different levels of libido.
Why those of you, the people that have high libido, not generalize?
Some people don't have it. No. In fairness, it's not about generalization.
Exactly.
For some people, they can stay 2 years, 3 years, nothing moves, and they are comfortable. They are okay. They are loving you, but that is their makeup. So let's not use that to assume. Even those are mothers that we felt stayed a few years. Is it not now we're realizing that they mix children? Where were they getting it from? Was it from
me,
Bluetooth?
It's not really even about libido. It's just about that connection, that affection, the intimacy. Yes.
So we need to make this a topic.
Yeah, so you have that. So sometimes the removal of sex is not just the coming together to that small activity. It's just all the process that leads to that place. You come to my place, if we're in polygamous home, you come, you spend time, because eventually it will lead there.
And you go
so
without
if you don't do, if that is not happening, then there's no visitation, there's no affection, there's no talking to each other. And when that goes, that's a large chunk of the marriage that goes.
It's part of it. So you come, you do all the talking. Wait, you come, you do all the talking, we have all the intimacy, you now go without knocking, then leave the person hanging.
Wait.
Clap for yourself.
My point is that there are people that have lived without.
It's their makeup.
So therefore, let us not generalize and assume
We're
that
not
every
generalizing.
person that you must knock.
We're not generalizing, but if you are the type of person that must knock, biko knock.
What day is this? It is Thursday.
Today's Thursday.
So if it's an important part of marriage, but if it is missing for certain reasons,
you can work on it.
Sometimes health. Does it take away companionship?
No.
Of course not. That's why we say it's overrated.
Because it's not overrated.
Bless you, Jerry. Thank you for bringing that
to enjoy the companionship.
It could be health.
Without it.
It's not overrated.
You are still together, no matter what happens.
Yes.
But, you know, that area is just lacking.
Yes, so when
just
it's a health issue, it's different. No.
But
These are occurrences that we cannot control.
But
that's different. So the woman, hold on, the woman finds a way to align, and we are praying and hoping and looking for herbs and looking for treatment because it's something that we could not control. But if it's something that can be controlled, probably you now have other affections and you limit the time frame that you're supposed to be giving 1 hour, 45 minutes. You're not giving 30 minutes. You're broken it down.
Blood of Jesus. 1 hour, 45 minutes.
We gonna have a conversation. Doing the do now.
I
think the show is finished.
Cruz says, don't make
So, It's a good way to resolve issues in marriages.
Yes. And you know now, this Edo girl.
1 hour 45 minutes.
This hijab.
This is 1 hour 45 minutes.
Yeah. People are different. Yeah.
Which back you take?
Let's go, Mariah.
I'm not going. I want to hear this 1 hour 45 minutes.
Yes,
which back we use to
Miriam will not say anything in this. Miriam is quiet. Yeah, like she doesn't deal with all this. You guys are talking. I'm listening.
See you tomorrow, guys. Have a lovely day. 1 hour 45 minutes.
Yes, so my sister. Walk.
Hey, I've closed the show. Bye-bye. I closed the show. Stop.